Hello, today is Saturday, December 6, 2025. As always, we will start with our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Monday, which is December 8th, 2025. It's just a plan right now. I can change it. I can be wrong and trade at your own risk. Also, I have all kinds of personal business this week related to my recent accident. I'm not certain I'm going to be risking much, if any, money on these calls. We looked for the pattern with the early low, which is this, and Monday should be the pattern with the early high. We didn't really have a specific call for the day. That actually turned out to be fortuitous because we closed within 0.25% of the previous close, and I arbitrarily pick 0.25% or less as being essentially unchanged. So if there is no call and you close essentially unchanged, then you're happy you didn't make a call. I did have a guess that we would trade down, recover, and close a little change. If you include what happened in overnight futures, that's exactly what happened, but I don't count futures, so I call that a guess, close, but not exact. What we said, these are next week's patterns. Well, during the day we had a few moves that MEJT called false. They've already retraced. Doesn't tell us much of anything about what happens on Monday. I had been thinking we completed wave 4. We were in wave 5 up and we have a pretty good rally. And if all you do is look at this, that still is a reasonable interpretation. I'm a bit disappointed in Friday's action though. We gapped up, hit a higher high, closed under all the highs. This is a pattern which normally closes near the high and didn't. If it doesn't, should lead to more weakness. Now again, Monday's open can substitute for Friday's close. We trade up here fast, that negativity goes away. And that's not impossible because after dropping all day, we just couldn't make any progress. We couldn't close under any of these lows. So it's entirely possible we get the gap and take this high out early and that negativity goes away and we're back on track. But if that doesn't happen, we don't take this out fast, I think we'll trade lower Monday. Doesn't mean we close lower, but as of right now, it's a negative pattern with the potential that gets vitiated because we couldn't break through, but that we're not going to know until Monday's open. Right now it's negative, you trade up here, negativity goes away. Monday's pattern has a really high regardless of where we open. The equity-only put-call ratios on a sell as option players are too bullish. It's not a pinpoint indicator. It doesn't mean we have to drop on Monday. Friday, we gapped up, hit a higher high, but closed under intraday highs, and if that's maintained, that's a bearish pattern. It should lead to further weakness regardless of where we close. In addition, the normally bullish day didn't close near the high. Now, the failure of the day-long decline to manage a close under intraday lows gives some hope to the bulls. So if we gap and promptly overtake the high and day, the bearishness of Friday's action goes away. But if we don't do that, we should trade lower. Again, trading lower and closing lower aren't the same thing. I still think we're in a bull phase here. Still think we're going higher. It's a bullish month. But as of right now, that's disappointing action. We need to trade up here, or else we should have a correction of some sorts. It's a pattern with the early high. The pattern often can be interpreted either way, though. And that's today's call.